That is hands down the dumbest thing I've ever read on the planet. Let me just reread that. No significant difference has been shown between milk derived from cows treated with artificial hormones and those not treated with artificial hormones. You think that when you're consuming something that has hormones injected into it, it's not going to get in the food somehow? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What's up, guys? This is Matthew here from Local Demo Service. I have a family member renting out my apartment over here. So what we're going to do is actually go through their pantry and fridge and supplements and just see what the average human is eating. Luckily, it's a family member, so worst case, I get in trouble with the family, but I don't think they're going to care too much. I just want to see what is the average American diet like. And this person's probably a little bit above average, but I've walked into Targets and Walmarts and looked at a mom with her kids and all the groceries they have in their grocery carts, and I've been absolutely disturbed at what I've seen. I'm kind of amazed that people are alive. I saw this one family back in Hawaii. I remember because I was getting sample cups for a sampling event because I do demos nationwide. And in this person's shopping cart, she had like 4 kids hanging off of it. And it was like cereal, bread, cupcakes, Twinkies, cookie. Like there was not a single produce item in there. There was no meat. There was no cheese, no vegetables. Like it was bad. And honestly, I see that all the time. I'm sure you guys see it too. I dare you go look at people's grocery carts, but we're going to do a quick look at what we got on the pantry here, what we got in the fridge and freezer. Let's get it going. So first things first, I did notice that they got this NAC supplement right here from Now brand on the stove. So I got my opinion on supplements, you know, especially ones that are like NAC. I mean, come on, where are you going to find, are you going and finding an NAC plant and harvesting NAC? I don't know. And now you tell me, do you think this is a good brand? But already on the shelf over here, we can see some stuff. Let's go to this pantry right here. So I see some good stuff, some bad stuff. I mean, starting off with the bad, boom, Sanders, what the heck is this? This chocolate has, the first ingredient is caramel, which is cream and milk, which is not too bad. But then it's got corn syrup. It's got soy lecithin. It's got chocolate processed with alkali, more soy lecithin, sea salt. Not too bad, but definitely not good, not organic. What else do we got? We got some noodles right here. Let's look at the ingredients. Not bad. Whole grain durum wheat. Okay. Not too bad. It ain't organic, but we'll take it. We'll take it. That's a win right there. We got some organic croutons. Boom. I like it. Organic. Let's look at the ingredients. It's got sunflower oil. Other than that, I'd say not too bad. It's organic. I like organic. Let's go. Organic Z bars. I like those. Organic this. So we got some organic. Creatine monohydrate. I've heard different things about creatine. I occasionally take creatine. I get a kind of higher end brand than this one, I would assume. I don't know. I'm skeptical about supplements, just like I said with the Now. So we'll put this down. We got some bone broth sticks right here. All right, collagen. Let's see what kind of collagen we got in here. So it's got bovine collagen, beef extract, baker's yeast, tomato paste, apple cider vinegar, tapioca solids, guar, garlic powder, shiitake mushroom, powder spices. Not bad. Not bad. Once again, not organic. It doesn't say grass fed. So, you know, your corn fed cows, how healthy are those? And then it does have the guar in there, which I'm always questionable about. Guar gum, I'm assuming is what that is. All right. We got some salsa right here. Signature Select, that's Safeway's brand right there. It has tomato puree, bunch of vegetables, corn, dehydrated onions, calcium chloride, probably a preservative. I don't trust calcium chloride. I don't buy things with calcium chloride. And natural flavors, which who knows what the natural flavors are. So once again, not the worst on the planet. I'd maybe give it like a 6 out of 10 as far as healthy, maybe a 7 out of 10 for the average American diet, but you want to get organic and you don't want calcium chloride. We don't want calcium chloride. These cashews have peanut oil in them. Zip Fizz. What the heck is this stuff? First ingredient, citric acid, maltodextrin, potassium carbonate, natural flavors, calcium ascorbate, magnesium. I can go through this list. All of this is artificial stuff. Like none of this is like from a plant. You can't harvest this. It's all like chemical compounds. So not a big fan of Zip Fizz. All right, so that's the pantry right there. They got some Annie's mac and cheese, not bad. They got some super green organic. Stacy's pita chips, I'm sure this it's organic. I would give this little pantry right here that my family member has, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10 compared to the average American diet. You know, this is probably the worst thing on here. I'm not a big fan of the Zip Fizz. It is what it is. There's a bunch of organic in here. I'm actually pretty impressed. I thought it was going to be worse off. So let's move on over to the fridge and freezer. All right, so we actually have a lot of stuff in here that is, okay, organic. Not bad. What's in here? Organic peaches, mango, strawberry, pineapple, sorbic acid, citric acid, added to maintain color. So they add that acid and citric acid to maintain color. Like, come on, do we really need that to maintain color? Organic sweet corn, pineapple tidbits, pineapple, not bad. Organic sweet corn, boom, from Azure Standard. All right, pretty simple. All right, so we're getting into the actual fridge that's theirs right here. What's up, puppy? Gotta hop in here real quick. What do we got? We got some ranch soybean oil, ingredient number 1, propylene glycol, maltodextrin, phosphoric acid. So this is disgusting. Who knows what's in there? Different sauces and things. Got some yogurt, organic. We'll take it. Horseradish. What's in here? Xanthan gum, corn syrup, disodium EDTA. Sounds like carcinogen to me. All right, some organic pizzas in there. Not too bad. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, so we're gonna open the fridge. So one thing I didn't tell you guys is a lot of the organic stuff that's in the freezer is actually from my wife and I, because we're renting this out, and it's a family member. So a lot of things in there are our things, but some of the things that aren't ours, mild cheddar, looks like it's melted. It's got some anti-caking agent, natamycin, mold inhibitor. So basically a preservative. Let's see, is this organic? Not organic. What does it got? Pasteurized grade A milk cream, milk protein concentrate, vitamin D3. Why do you got to add vitamin D3? Where does vitamin D3 even come from? I don't know. Does it come from a rock? Does it come from a plant? Got some beer. One of the number 1 sources of glyphosate in a person's diet comes from beer. All right. So you want a lot of glyphosate? Drink beer. All right. Vodka seltzer. Now, the thing about alcohol, too, is a lot of them don't have to, but you'll notice alcohol beverages don't share the ingredients on their bottles, cans, etc. That's already a problem right there. If you don't have to disclose what ingredients you put in something you consume, big problem. All the fermented goods my wife made. All right, let's look at what's in regular string cheese right here. It says no artificial flavors or colors. Let's look. Pasteurized milk, salt, cheese cultures, and enzymes. That's it. Not bad. Still not organic. Not grass-fed. All right, butter from Trader Joe's. Let's see what's in here. It says no significant difference has been shown between milk derived from cows treated with artificial hormones and those not treated with artificial hormones. That is hands down the dumbest thing I've ever read on the planet. Let me just reread that. No significant difference has been shown between milk derived from cows treated with artificial hormones and those not treated with artificial hormones. Okay, no significant difference in what? Like, you think that when you're consuming something that has hormones injected into it, it's not going to get in the food somehow? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So that's a lie. All right. Pasteurized cream and salt is still not organic. I don't want hormones in my food personally. That's a personal choice. You do you. All the fermented goodness is our stuff. The only other thing in here we're going to look at is this sriracha. What do we got here? Trader Joe's sriracha, ground red chili, crushed garlic, citric acid, distilled vinegar, cultured dextrose. What the heck is that? Maltodextrin, natural flavor, again, citric acid, xanthan gum. So artificial stuff in here. All right, let's check one more spot. We're going to look at the supplements here. So